Have you ever woken up in the morning, felt the quiet stir of desire, but then nothing? Or perhaps what used to be reliable and strong now feels hesitant, inconsistent, or just gone? If you're a man over 70, you might tell yourself, well, that's just part of getting old. You might feel a silent frustration, maybe a little shame, and quietly start to accept less spontaneity, less confidence, less connection. But what if I told you that for many men, the struggle isn't just about age? What if the key to reigniting that morning vitality isn't found in a pill or some complex therapy, but in the very first choices you make when you wake up? I'm Dr. James, a men's health specialist with over 30 years' experience helping older men reclaim their strength, confidence, and intimacy. I've worked with thousands of men just like you, and I've seen firsthand that while aging brings changes, it absolutely does not have to mean the end of your sexual vitality. Too often, men focus on complex solutions when the answer is hiding in plain sight. Sometimes, it's the simple, often overlooked habits of your daily routine that are silently sabotaging your body's ability to respond, especially those critical first hours of the day. You see, for men over 70, whose bodies require a little more intention and care, these morning missteps can be particularly devastating. They can make your body forget how to achieve healthy blood flow where it matters most, disrupt the hormonal signals for arousal, and reinforce a mindset of struggle rather than strength. This isn't about blame or shame. It's about understanding that the morning sets the stage for your entire day, including your body's capacity for vitality and intimacy. And if you've been starting that day in ways that work against your natural biology, you might be unknowingly dimming your own spark. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 5 specific morning habits that I've seen silently undermine erection strength in men over 70. We'll break down why they hurt, and more importantly, exactly how to fix them with simple, actionable steps you can start taking tomorrow morning. This isn't complicated. It's just good science and good choices. And it may change the way you experience life after 70 forever. Now let's get into the heart of it. The first morning habit that might be quietly stealing your erection strength. Habit to fix 1. Starting with a sugary breakfast. Picture Robert, a 71-year-old retired mechanic who loved his morning comfort. A bowl of sweetened cereal or a stack of pancakes with syrup. It was his ritual, a sweet start to the day. But when Robert visited the urologist, he was frustrated. "I'm not getting the response I used to," he said, referring to his weaker erections. Robert wasn't alone. Many men over 70 kick off their mornings with sugary breakfasts. Think cereals, pastries, or even a muffin with coffee, believing it's harmless or energizing. But this habit is a silent wrecking ball to erection strength, especially after 70. Here's why. Sugary breakfasts spike blood sugar and insulin levels, which over time damage blood vessels and reduce circulation to the penis, a key factor for strong erections. A 2018 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that high sugar diets are linked to erectile dysfunction, particularly in older men, by impairing nitric oxide production, essential for blood flow. For Robert, those morning sweets were also lowering his testosterone levels, as excess sugar promotes fat gain, which suppresses this critical hormone. Low testosterone and poor circulation are a double blow to erection strength, making intimacy feel like a struggle. The sugar crashes also left him sluggish, further dampening his libido. The urologist saw the pattern and gave Robert a game plan. Swap sugary breakfasts for protein and healthy fats. Start with eggs, avocado, or Greek yogurt with a handful of berries, foods that stabilize blood sugar, support testosterone, and boost circulation. If you crave sweetness, use a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few blueberries instead of syrup. Pair this with a prostate-friendly snack like pumpkin seeds later in the morning, rich in zinc to reduce inflammation. Robert was reluctant. Pancakes were his tradition, but he tried eggs with avocado and berries. Within weeks, he felt a shift. "I've got more energy," he told the urologist, "and things are working better down there." His erections were stronger, and his confidence grew, all from changing his morning meal. Now that it's clear how a sugary breakfast can sabotage your erection strength, let's turn to another morning habit, one you might think is healthy, but could be quietly draining your vitality after 70. A seasoned urologist with over 35 years helping men in their 70s, 80s, and beyond reclaim their sexual health has seen this mistake weaken countless patients' blood flow and confidence. It's not about avoiding activity. It's about doing it in a way that supports your body, not stresses it. This second habit could be holding you back from the erection strength you deserve, and you might be doing it every day. Let's dive in and uncover what's next. Habit to fix 2. Skipping morning movement. Meet George, a 73-year-old retired teacher who loved his quiet mornings with a cup of tea and the newspaper. He'd sit for an hour or more, catching up on news or emails, thinking it was a gentle start. But when George visited the urologist, he was concerned. "I'm not as strong down there," he said, referring to his fading erections. George wasn't sedentary. He walked most afternoons, but his mornings were all about sitting still. Like many men over 70, he was skipping morning movement, not realizing it was harming his erection strength and overall vitality. Here's the science. Movement, even light activity, boosts circulation and testosterone, both critical for strong erections. In the morning, your body is primed to reset after sleep, and physical activity, like a brisk walk, gentle yoga, or bodyweight exercises, sends oxygen-rich blood to the pelvic region, enhancing nitric oxide production, essential for erectile function. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Physiology found that regular morning exercise improves blood vessel flexibility and testosterone levels in older men, directly supporting erection strength. But when you skip movement and sit for long periods, blood flow stagnates, testosterone dips, and stress hormones like cortisol rise, all of which weaken erections and can stress the prostate, potentially worsening benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. The urologist gave George a simple challenge: add 10 to 15 minutes of morning movement. Try a brisk walk around the block, chair yoga, or light stretching to wake up your body. Pair this with pelvic floor exercises like Kegels, 10 reps of contracting and releasing the muscles used to stop urination, twice daily to strengthen the pelvic muscles that support erections. If sitting is part of your routine, stand and move every 30 minutes to keep circulation flowing. George was hesitant. Mornings were his downtime, but he started with a 10-minute walk before his tea and added Kegels. After a month, he felt a difference. "I'm more alert," he told the urologist, "and things are responding better." His erections were stronger, and he felt more energized, all from a small morning shift. The takeaway? Skipping morning movement might feel relaxing, but after 70, it starves your penis of the blood flow and testosterone needed for strong erections. Your body craves activity to stay vibrant. Try a short walk or a few Kegels tomorrow. Move for 10 minutes and notice how your energy shifts. It's not about intense workouts. It's about boosting your sexual health with gentle motion. But there's another morning habit, one you might be doing without thinking, that's just as damaging to your erection strength and confidence after 70. Habit to fix 3. Overloading on morning stress. For Henry, the 70-year-old retired salesman, mornings were a flurry of mental tension, checking emails, scrolling through news headlines, or worrying about his finances. He didn't see it as stress. It was just staying on top of things. But when he shared his inconsistent erections and tension, the urologist connected the dots. Like many men over 70, Henry was overloading his mornings with stress, not realizing it was harming his erection strength. Stress triggers cortisol, a hormone that constricts blood vessels and lowers testosterone, both essential for strong erections. A 2020 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that chronic morning stress is linked to erectile dysfunction in older men, as it disrupts nitric oxide production and increases pelvic inflammation, which can also stress the prostate, potentially worsening benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Henry's morning stress kept his body in fight or flight mode, limiting blood flow to the penis and sapping his libido. The tension also tightened his pelvic floor muscles, reducing circulation and making erections less reliable. The urologist's fix was simple but transformative. Start your morning with calm. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to mindfulness, deep breathing, a short meditation, or a quiet moment with herbal tea. Delay stressful tasks like emails or news until after breakfast. Pair this with a testosterone-friendly snack like a handful of walnuts, rich in omega-3s to support hormone balance. Add Kegels, 10 reps of contracting and releasing the pelvic floor muscles, twice daily to boost pelvic circulation. Henry was skeptical. Meditation felt foreign, but he tried 5 minutes of deep breathing and switched to walnuts. After a few weeks, he felt lighter. "I'm not as wound up," he told the urologist, and things are working more consistently. His erections improved and his energy lifted, all from a calmer morning start. The lesson? Overloading on morning stress might feel productive, but after 70, it chokes your blood vessels and saps your testosterone, weakening your erection strength. Your body needs a peaceful start to thrive. Try a moment of deep breathing or a handful of walnuts tomorrow. Delay the news and notice how your body responds. It's not about avoiding life's demands. It's about boosting your sexual health with intention. But there's another morning habit, one you might think is no big deal, that's quietly undermining your erection strength and vitality after 70. Habit to fix 4. Neglecting morning hydration. For Frank, the 72-year-old retired carpenter, mornings were about getting started. Maybe a small cup of coffee or juice, but water wasn't a priority until later. He thought he'd drink when thirsty, not seeing it as a big deal. But when he shared his sluggishness and weaker erections, the urologist pinpointed his hydration habits. Like many men over 70, Frank was neglecting morning hydration, not realizing it was harming his erection strength. After a night of sleep, the body is naturally dehydrated, and skipping water thickens the blood, reducing circulation to the penis, which is critical for strong erections. A 2017 study in the Journal of Urology found that poor hydration is linked to erectile dysfunction in older men, as it impairs blood vessel flexibility and increases inflammation, potentially stressing the prostate and worsening benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Frank's lack of hydration was also dehydrating his muscles, including the pelvic floor, which supports erections. This reduced blood flow and increased tension, making sexual function less reliable. The urologist's fix was straightforward. Prioritize morning hydration. Start the day with 12 to 16 ounces of water within 30 minutes of waking to rehydrate and thin the blood. boosting pelvic circulation. Add a slice of lemon for flavor if plain water feels dull. If you drink coffee, have it after water to avoid dehydration's diuretic effect. Pair this with a circulation-friendly snack like a handful of almonds, rich in vitamin E to support blood vessel health. Frank was dubious. Water seemed too basic, but he committed to a morning glass and added almonds. After a few weeks, he felt a shift. "I'm not dragging as much," he told the urologist, "and things are more reliable down there." His erections were stronger, and his energy improved, all from hydrating first thing. The lesson? Neglecting morning hydration might seem minor, but after 70, it thickens your blood and weakens the circulation your erections depend on. Your body needs water to keep things flowing smoothly. Try a glass of water tomorrow morning, before your coffee, and notice how your vitality shifts. It's not about overhauling your routine. It's about giving your erection strength, the support it needs. But there's one final morning habit, one you might be doing without even realizing. That's just as damaging to your sexual health and confidence after 70. Habit to fix 5. Ignoring pelvic floor exercises. For Walter, the 74-year-old retired accountant, his morning walk was a source of pride, keeping him active and healthy. But he skipped targeted exercises for his pelvic muscles, thinking his daily stroll was sufficient. When he reported weak erections and pelvic pressure, the urologist pinpointed the issue. Like many men over 70, Walter was ignoring pelvic floor exercises, not realizing this was harming his erection strength. The pelvic floor muscles support the penis, prostate, and bladder, playing a key role in blood flow and erectile function. Weak pelvic muscles reduce this support, limiting circulation to the penis and making erections less reliable. A 2021 study in the International Journal of Impotence Research found that pelvic floor exercises significantly improve erectile function in older men, especially when done regularly. Walter's lack of pelvic floor strength was also stressing his prostate, as weak muscles can increase pelvic tension, potentially worsening benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) symptoms like frequent urination. The urologist fix was clear. Incorporate pelvic floor exercises into your morning routine. Start with Kegels, 10 to 15 reps of contracting and releasing the muscles used to stop urination, holding each contraction for 3 to 5 seconds, twice daily. Do them while sitting or standing, focusing on isolating the pelvic muscles without tensing your abdomen or thighs. Pair this with a circulation-boosting habit, like a short morning stretch. Try seated pelvic tilts for 5 minutes to loosen the hips and enhance blood flow. For added support, include a testosterone-friendly food like a handful of pumpkin seeds, rich in zinc to promote prostate health. Walter was hesitant. Kegels felt unfamiliar, but he committed to morning Kegels and stretches. After a month, he felt a change. "I'm stronger down there," he told the urologist, "and the pressure's gone." His erections were more reliable, and his confidence soared, all from targeting his pelvic floor. The lesson? Ignoring pelvic floor exercises might seem like no big deal, but after 70, it weakens the muscles your erections depend on. Your body needs specific support to stay strong. Try a set of Kegels or a gentle stretch tomorrow. Focus on your pelvic muscles and notice how your body responds. It's not about complex workouts. It's about boosting your erection strength with intention. By now, the urologist's message is undeniable. Your morning habits can either fuel or hinder your erection strength after 70. These 5 mistakes, sugary breakfasts, skipping movement, morning stress, neglecting hydration, and ignoring pelvic floor exercises, are silent barriers, but they're fixable. Patients like Robert, George, Henry, Frank, and Walter prove it's never too late to change. They walked into the urologist's office feeling frustrated, tired, or less confident. But they left with a plan and a renewed sense of vitality. Your erection strength isn't just about the bedroom, it's about confidence, intimacy, and living fully in your golden years. Think about the cost. Weaker erections, low energy, and a dent in your self-esteem. It's not just physical. It's the quiet moments of doubt, the worry that you're losing your edge. Now think about what's possible. Stronger blood flow, reliable erections, and a body that feels like yours again. The urologist has seen men in their 80s thrive, not by chasing youth, but by making smart choices. Start tomorrow with a protein-packed breakfast, a 10-minute walk, a moment of calm, a glass of water, and a set of Kegels. Check with your doctor if erection issues persist. Don't let pride stop you. These aren't chores. They're steps to reclaim your health. You're not too old, and your body hasn't given up. It's waiting for you to act with intention. Try one fix this week, maybe a morning Kegel or a stress-free start, and see how your confidence shifts. You've carried a lifetime of strength. Use it to care for yourself. If this resonated, type 1 in the comments to share you're on this journey. If it didn't, type 0. Your feedback matters. Hit subscribe and tap the bell for more tips to keep you thriving. Your mornings are yours to reclaim, and with them, your strength. Take that first step today, because your golden years are meant to shine.